Right now, you might feel it, that low-level buzz in the back of your mind. Maybe it's an unread email, a weird comment a friend made, or just nothing at all. A phantom weight in your chest. We call this anxiety, and in the 21st century, we treat it like a bug in our software. We take pills to dull it, download apps to meditate it away, and we wonder, why is my brain so broken? But for 99.9% of human history, that feeling wasn't a glitch. It was the only reason you were alive to have ancestors in the first place. Your brain isn't malfunctioning. It's actually doing exactly what it was designed to do. It's just that the world it was designed for doesn't exist anymore. To understand why you worry about a text message, we have to look at the algorithm of survival. Imagine you are an ancestor named Grog. You hear a rustle in the grass. You have two choices. If you assume it's a lion and run, but it's actually just the wind, you've wasted about 20 calories. That's a false positive, a false alarm. But if you assume it's the wind and stay, but it's actually a lion, you are dead. That is a false negative. Evolutionary psychiatrist Randolph Nesse calls this the smoke detector principle. If you're building a smoke detector, you don't want it to be accurate. You want it to be sensitive. You want it to go off every time you burn toast. Because if it waits until the whole house is on fire to make a sound, it's useless. Evolution had a choice: make humans happy or make humans survive. It chose survival every single time. We are the descendants of the most anxious, paranoid primates in history. The chilled out ones, they got eaten. This is why your body reacts to a deadline the same way it reacts to a leopard. When that smoke detector goes off, it triggers the HPA axis. Your adrenals dump cortisol and adrenaline into your blood. Your heart races to pump oxygen to your legs so you can bolt. Your digestion shuts down because you don't need to process lunch if you are lunch. You sweat, so your skin is slippery and hard to grab. This is great for a 30-second sprint for your life. But here is the problem. Modern threats never leave. A lion eventually eats you or goes away. But a mortgage, a bad reputation, a climate crisis, those rustles in the grass never stop. Your smoke detector is screaming at the toast. But the toast has been burning for 10 years. But what about the anxiety that isn't about physical danger, like social anxiety? Why do we care so much if that person liked our photo? For an ancestral human, social death was just physical death with a slight delay. If your tribe kicked you out, you couldn't hunt a mammoth alone. You couldn't guard the fire alone. You died. Research into the need to belong shows that our brains process social rejection in the exact same place they process physical pain. Social anxiety is just a guardrail to keep you inside the group. We know this because of something called island syndrome. Animals on islands with no predators often lose their fear traits. They become fearless. And when humans or rats eventually show up, they are wiped out in weeks. They lacked the anxiety required to stay alive. This brings us to the evolutionary mismatch. Our biological hardware hasn't had a major update in 50,000 years, but our software, our environment, changes every week. We evolved for acute stress, short, high intensity. We live in a world of chronic stress, long, low intensity. Our ancestors lived in groups of 50 people. We live in a digital group of 8 billion. Our smoke detector is scanning 8 billion people for signs that we aren't liked. It's exhausting. So, the next time you feel that wave of worry or your heart starts pounding before a presentation, try to remember, that isn't a flaw. That is a million years of survival programming screaming, "I'm going to keep you alive." Your brain is an overprotective parent. It's annoying, it's loud, and it's often wrong. But it loves you. It wants you to see the lion before it sees you. We can't turn off the smoke detector, but we can recognize that just because the alarm is going off doesn't mean there's a fire. Understanding the history of your fear is the first step to finally getting some rest. Sleep well. The lions aren't coming tonight.